I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot, and that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And these guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Taken down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It was a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 25-yard.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Open man here is Gentry. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
It's third down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
What's the deal, y'all?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Carried by number 37.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched the ball last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, Chiefs.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Mahomes sacked. A loss of 9.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7. Chiefs nothing.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making the play there.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 7.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. More from L.A. in a moment. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Allen.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe roll down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Kansas City.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the ball is knocked out.
The ball carried by the running back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Chiefs.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Tackled at the 20.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be just inside the 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
So a well-paced drive. They were able to calmly take it down the field, and then they finished the half with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what's commonly known as playing the 2-for-1 game, right? Being able to get the points at the end of the half, knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, gives you a chance to go out and double what you got done in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Ball carried by number 26.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
37-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
2 yards. And
Now here's Mahomes. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many...
It's out. It's loose.
The quarterback on the keeper.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead,
and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
That keeps the score. Chargers.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Their own 25 yards.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And a hit this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37.
Fumble on the play.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
The ball carried
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Down at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That keeps the score.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
15-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And a fight is made on the comeback route. Complete.
Mahomes pass.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
To number 83.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
35-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Kennedy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mahomes firing complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Number 88.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now they'll pitch it out here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. To throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
Mahomes.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Mahomes on the keeper.
From 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding